Hi YouTube, welcome back to another video from Wtf Rc Cars. So we're cracking on with the G11P video guides. So on this one we're looking at the ABS braking setup. So if we come into ABS, your stock setting is off. So if we brake, you can see what it's doing. 100% throttle, 100% brake. If we turn it on and leave all the settings stock, when we brake, you start getting the ABS function. So if we come down to this first setting, this is the return, this is how much it's going to come back. So you can see 50%, it's releasing the brake 50%. As we decrease it, it releases the brake less. And this will work both on an electric or on a nitro. So we can see what the throttle's going to be doing and the brake. And basically this will just allow you to sort of let off the brakes much like ABS does on an actual car. If we look at the next setting, we've got delay. So if I brake, you can see the ABS kicks in straight away. And as we increase this, I'll go to an extreme. So you can see there's quite a delay before the ABS kicks in. So you can brake. It's just if you hit the brake and hold it, and we can tune this. So if you have it on 0, ABS function is going to be instant, and as you increase it, you get more and more of a delay until the ABS function kicks in. Next we can look at cycle. So if we increase it all the way up to 100%, you can see it slows down the actual cycle. And as we decrease this, you can see it gets faster and faster. Stock settings 50%. If we look at the point, so this is the amount of brake before it starts to use the ABS function. So again, if I go to an extreme, you can see we've got braking right up to 100%, and then it kicks in the ABS function. So you can turn this down to a point that's more usable for yourself. So it does allow you to brake fully before the ABS kicks in. And again, stock for this is 30. If you just hit the back when you're adjusting it, it'll drop out. And then the duty, if we look at this, as we increase it, you can see what that's doing. It just changes the frequency that it'll actually brake at. So the lower the number, the quicker the frequency. 0 is your stock one. An interesting one is the steering mix. So if we go up on this, as we start to steer, once you get past the percentage of steering that this is set to, it'll turn the ABS off. So as I steer past 30%, it then gives you steering priority over the ABS braking. And if we go down into the negative, then what we'll see on this is we don't get the ABS function until we hit that point on the steering in either direction. And then it'll start doing the ABS. So it's basically changing the priority, whether you go into the negative or positive, on whether it actually turns ABS on until you hit the point on your steering, or if you have it in the negative, it'll turn the ABS on after the point on the steering where you hit it. And again, if you press and hold, it'll reset it all. So it'll give you the stock settings on everything. So what we can do, if we go to an assignments menu, so let's have a look on the buttons. So if we take K1 and we assign ABS, If we then drop back to his ABS screen so we can see what this is doing. So when you press it, it'll turn it on. Press it again, it'll turn it off. And you can see we get an ABS icon on the actual screen. So then if we pop into menu and we go to assignment and we change his assignment type to a switch, again you get the same option. So any of your switches you can set the ABS to. If we come out and we change it to a trim, so if we go to TR3, I think it's this front one, let's see what ABS options we get on that, if any. So we can get our ABS return, ABS delay, ABS cycle, ABS trigger point, ABS duty. So if we set it to ABS duty and then come out, we can see when we press it, it changes as ABS duty. If we go into a settings, we can see it's changing the ABS duty. And if you want to change the points in which it changes, so we can come back, we can go into here. You've got your normal or reverse, which will mean adding ABS duty points backwards or forwards. And then on this one, you can change it to the number of steps. So if we come back out and we go into as ABS again, we can see one will turn it on or off. Moving as trim will change the actual points. So any of these that are an on-off function, you should be able to set in your switches or on your K switches. And then your trims, you can change the adjustment points. And usually if we go in here, you should have the same settings, but you can set these to trims. So we've got as brake return, as delay, as cycle length, trigger point, which you may want to do. So if we come out and we go back in here and go to ABS, then we can see we can turn it on and off. We can change as duty, and if we change this, we can change the trigger point. So basically you can have a look through these settings, and between your assignment tab you can choose whether you want to turn things on and off. Or whether you want to set it to a trim or a switch. And then you've got the ABS settings in here. So you've got duty, trigger point, cycle length, ABS delay, brake return. Whichever ones of these you think you might want to tune in real time without going into the menus, you can set to any of these trims or the variables. And then if you want to turn your ABS on and off, you can just go into your K type or into your switch, and then you can turn your ABS on and off. So yeah, quite configurable, plenty to mess around with, and it just gives you a good idea of how to use this ABS function. If you find that you're flying into a corner, braking too hard, and that's what's causing you to lose steering, you can put the ABS on, you can tune it using whatever trims or settings that you want to change, and you can assign them to various switches and dials. Would be really useful. It will work with ESCs and with nitros. On nitros you'll be able to see on your servo what it's doing, but on the ESC it will be as if you're hitting the brake and not hitting the brake, but it will have the same function. One thing to be aware of on an ESC, if your ESC is set to brake and then reverse, you don't want it so it returns all the way to 0 and then goes again, because it'll be as if you're going brake, reverse. So you'll end up with braking and then shooting straight backwards. So make sure you don't have your return point set to 0 if you're using an ESC. Not an issue if you're using a nitro, because it won't go into reverse that way. Although plenty of nitros out there have reverse, but it's not triggered by the same thing. But yeah, just another fascinating feature that this G11P has. And it's quite nice to see on this sort of price range of a transmitter. Also like the fact that they've made it really configurable. So the amount of options we've got, including the steering mix. So it does let you play around with that. Depending on your RC, depends on whether you'd want it not triggering after a certain point of steering, and depending on your driving style, or whether you do only want it triggering when you're trying to steer. If you've got quite a low RC, like a on-road touring car style, you're not going to have the problem where too much brake will cause you to flip. So you could have it so you can really brake hard in a straight line, but it could affect your steering on a four-wheel drive on-road car. So when you're steering and braking, you may want the ABS function to kick in, say after 30% steering or 50% steering, just to give you steering priority over braking. But yeah, nice to see we got lots of options on this, and hopefully that clears up what these settings do. But thanks again for watching Wtf Rc Cars. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Hit the notification bell, share to friends and family, and catch you guys again in the next one.